Good day, viewers. Walter here. I thought I'd do a little bit of a part 2 review on my Saker. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I say Saker, you say Saker. My Saker mini electric chainsaw. I thought I'd do a part 2 review. Out here in the backyard, I just pulled out here, and this oak tree that's growing all out of control that needs hours of trimming, it'd be a good place to start. I'm just going to trim a couple limbs on this, and then we're going to move over there to my apple tree. Now, I've got 2 chainsaws here. This one here has some distinct advantages over my mini saw, but by the same token, my mini saw has some advantages over this one. I recently purchased this one at Harbor Freight, and it's got some serious weight to it. If you're not the strongest gorilla in the world, and my arms are kind of weak from pushing myself around on this walker of mine. I got a torn rotor cuff in one arm, so I'm working at a disadvantage. Now I can go in there and saw with this saw. It's ready to go. I've got the battery in it. Well, I'm telling you, that thing weighs probably 20 pounds. It feels like 20 pounds to me. The battery weighs 5 pounds, 4 pounds. So after you've cut for a few minutes, it's going to get darn right heavy. Now, this one comes with an oiler. You got to keep oil in here to keep this chain oiled. And all chainsaws need some oil in the chain. The Saker comes without an oiler. They're dependent on you to keep it oiled. Now, I've watched some recent YouTube videos, and they sawed wood and tested it, trying to wear it out. Why would you want to wear it out? Now, my chain was too tight. I loosened it a little bit. You can see, still pretty tight, but I can pull some slack in it. This thing came with a little oiler. And it's got some lightweight oil in it. And I'll use this for now to oil the chain. Put the battery on there and circulate the oil around a little bit. I'm not sure what oil that is. It's very lightweight. Now, if you're a lady, or I'm saying a lady, most ladies are not as strong as men, might not have the grip it takes to. This thing will have some kickback, so you might want to use 2 hands to hold it and be extra careful since it is a chainsaw. But a lady that's working in her rose garden or trimming rose bushes might want to consider using vegetable oil on here instead of mineral oil, because I don't think mineral oil is good for your rose bushes and other plants. It could harm them. Since I'm just trimming old oak trees, any old 30-weight bar oil, anything else would work. Now, the first accessory you need when operating this saw is this. A pair of safety glasses. I'll put them on. We definitely need a pair of gloves. And I'm just assuming my GoPro is picking all this up. Let's go over here and try this saw out for the first time. We'll start with this little limb right here. It's small enough that I wouldn't need to undercut it or anything. I think it's best to get a hold of the limb you want to cut. Let me get on the other side. Well, it sure cut that limb all right. We just digging a tunnel. A short work of them limbs. They say don't bear down on it, but I'm not having to. I'm just holding it up there and it's cutting. My right arm has a torn rotor cuff and I was having trouble holding that up. I know I would have trouble with that big chainsaw. All right. Oh, something's got me by the hat. Oh, it's just a limb. I can imagine spiders. All right, we're going to tackle a big limb now. No, we're not. We're going to cut this one right here. Well, that thing's got thorns. Let's try two hands. Definitely whacking off some limbs. All right, a big limb like this one here, it's a good 2.5 inches. If you cut down from the top, now you're not supposed to reach over your head to saw, but I'm going to do it this time. If you cut down, you'll have a tendency, that's a heavy limb, so it's going to bend down and start splitting right up through here. So to prevent that, let's undercut it a little bit. See if I can get the safety button pushed upside down. It's pinching my saw already. Man, I got my saw stuck. My saw is stuck in there like Moody's goose. Well, that's why you wouldn't want to reach over your head. Well, it's fortunate we got another chainsaw here to cut that booger down with. Let's go get it. I think I had a bug crawling on my ear. Then again, maybe it was just a piece of sawdust. This is not a how-to video, friends. Saw came down in. Definitely something crawling on me. I bet it's an ant. Anyway, you can see that my saw was working on the smaller limbs. I did run into some problems with a big one over my head. We'll check and make sure the chain didn't get loose. Okay, since I'm going to be touching the chain, let's take the battery off. See if it got loose. Oh yeah, it got good and loose. We got to tighten her up. It's just a matter of loosening this bolt, turning that screw right there till you get it tight as you want. See how loose that is? That would derail. But we didn't damage the chain any. I'll tighten it up and we'll go work on my apple tree. This is just a demonstration. I didn't want to actually get into trimming my limbs today, but I sure put a dent in that one. I might get my pole saw to cut that big one up there that's hanging out over the property. Might have to use my pole saw on a lot of these higher up trees. But this thing is great for little jobs. I can just see me now trimming rose bushes or small limbs off my hedge bushes or peach trees or pecan trees or apple trees is what we're going to go work on now. It occurred to me that before we move on, I might get some questions about that big limb that I just failed on. Here it is on the ground. We'll see how easy it cuts the big limb. Alright, that's a good, better than 2 inches. Now I was not bearing down. I think you drain your battery if you bear down on it. You cut that just fine. Let's reach up over my head here. Not pushing the safety button. You gotta have that button pushed down real good to pull the trigger. Anyway, it cut it. Let's go to the apple tree. Now the saw that this company sent me was one that's just got one battery, but you can buy one with 2 batteries in it. It just costs a little more. One battery will do quite a bit of cutting. There's no way I could prune this whole apple tree today. It's a full-time job. It's never been pruned. And I not only haven't pruned it, I don't know how. I watched a few YouTube videos and learned a bit. So we're going to trim some of these upright limbs off this apple tree and reserve pruning it for another day. Now I'll say right now, I'm already impressed with this saw enough to recommend it highly for somebody that needs some more pruning or cutting. What the hey, there's a little bit of oil right in here when I started a fire with the other day. I had a notion you could take a spray bottle, just like you spray cleaner with or something, and put light duty oil and just give that thing a spray. A light spray would be plenty of a lubrication. I haven't seen anybody on YouTube do it. I was going to do it in there a while ago, but my spray bottle was broke. It might not push the thick oil through there, but I think it would. Somebody try that out and see if it will. Darn, I parked my mower right where I need to be standing. All right, let's just cut us a path through there. This would grow some good fruit here without growing a limb. Let's cut it off right there. This thing sure ain't suited up for anybody that was left-handed. Got sawdust in my mouth. Keep your mouth closed, Walt. Tip number one when you're sawing, keep your mouth closed. Another reason to have your safety glasses on one of these limbs could sure poke your eye out. Thank goodness I'm wearing mine. I planted these two apple trees. They're two different versions, but I was told when I bought them they would pollinate each other. So I planted one over there and one over here. And this does make some great apples. It just ain't made very many of them. Those over there are kind of a golden apple. Anyway, thanks to Saker for sending me the saw to demo. I have demoed it. And what little bit I got off that apple tree looks considerably better. I got a lot of limbs to cut off that apple tree, but it won't be this Sunday afternoon. Those limbs are big enough you could climb up in that tree. But you won't find Walter climbing up there. We'll go get a ladder. Anyway, thank you, Saker. I will put your saw to use. To those viewers out there who are waiting for my drawing, it'll probably be tomorrow or Tuesday before I announce the winner on the Saker grease gun coupler. In the future, I plan to do some more giveaways. And the only way you're going to know when I do a giveaway is to subscribe to my channel. A lot of people came on and said, yeah, I want it, and they're in the drawing. I didn't specify you had to be subscribed, but you're more likely to find my giveaways if you are subscribed. Let's go put up the mower. Go get out of this hot flannel shirt. It was 55 degrees this morning. It ain't 55 right out here in this sunlight.